What's up? My name's Dynasty, and we are discussing what everybody wanted me to talk about 3 days ago. So, yeah, I just, for some reason, just assumed that NetherRealm would probably reveal the Combat Pack DLC probably like Monday night, Tuesday morning. Now we're on Wednesday, and nothing's been revealed. So I didn't want to talk about a leak when I considered, you know, hey, going back to MKX, they revealed all the characters right as the game launched, and I just thought they'd do the same for MK11, and no. So now that that's not a thing, yeah, so this weekend, there was a bombshell dropped on the Mortal Kombat community. Long story short, for you guys who don't want to, you know, hear everything technical, pretty much people got early copies of Mortal Kombat 11. I got one, shout out to WB, they sent me one. But people got early copies of the Switch version of MK11, and they found a way to data mine the game on the Switch. And inside the files for the Switch version, things got interesting because allegedly all the DLC characters are listed inside the files, the coding. Yeah, kind of a big deal because, well, it's 9 total characters, 8 new ones. Yeah, so by now you've probably already read an article, you probably watched a video. I'm assuming this was the talk of the town all weekend, but here I am talking about this. So with that said, let's break this stuff down and let's get into it. So first things first, like I mentioned, this is what they found right here. Gigantic spoiler alerts. Don't click if you want to be surprised, but here you go. Potentially, bam. These are all the files that got everybody going crazy this weekend. Now let's just go ahead and ignore the beginning part of this because, well, I do not know what dependency root paths mean. Now the very end though says DLC slash the character that allegedly will be DLC. So we got Shang Tsung, who is confirmed to be the first Combat Pack character. Underneath that, yes, Joker, Nightwolf, Terminator, Sindel, Spawn, Ash, Fujin, Shiva. Then from there it goes to environmental name, story name, game of the year. So, I know it's a lot to take in if you haven't seen this yet for some reason. Let's break each and every one of these characters down individually. Let's start with the Mortal Kombat side of things. So the new Mortal Kombat characters, beginning with Nightwolf. Nightwolf, not really too far-fetched because you think about it, man, like he's still alive in the story, though he is a revenant. I can see it happening going back to the roster that we have currently. He kind of fits in the roster. We have Cabal, we have, you know, Kano, we have Johnny, we have all the classic Mortal Kombat characters. He's right there alongside Jade and the other classic fighters. So Nightwolf, I'm really not too surprised. Next character being Sindel, again, a character that killed the entire MK9 roster in the story mode. The reason why everything bad is happening, Sindel had a huge role in that. So again, not too surprised. People wanted to see her in MKX. She looked amazing in MKX. So to finally get her in MK11, that'd be sick. Moving on to Shiva. Shiva is, again, not too surprising because she even makes a cameo appearance in the MK11 story. So Shiva, again, does make sense. Fujin. Yes. Finally, after years and years and years, let's not count Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Since MK4, this man has not been in a mainline, non-trilogy type Mortal Kombat game. Since MK4. That is insane. He looks so badass at MKX. Everybody wanted Fujin. He was one of the most in-demand characters alongside Rain and Noob Saibot. To finally have this man playable would be sick. So I'm so glad this might be happening. So again, he's a fan favorite. It does make sense. And of course, lastly, we have Shang Tsung, who's confirmed. So that is your Mortal Kombat side of DLC. Making our way to the guest side of things, we have Joker, who really isn't too surprising. If Mortal Kombat was to ever get a DC character, I think Joker makes the most sense. He's legit the most twisted character in the universe. Like, you can't have Batman or Superman getting decapitated. Joker, though, that guy, it can happen. So I can see Joker definitely because also you have the Injustice tie-in. WB owns NetherRealm Studios. It makes sense. Cross-marketing. It makes perfect sense. Joker, I can see it happening. Terminator. This was almost a thing going back to, I believe it was MKX. I think Ed Boon might have tweeted out back in 2015 that there is discussions and that almost happened. I think there's also a new Terminator dropping at the end of this year. So cross-marketing, again, just makes sense. I don't know. I'm kind of interested to see the route they do for the Terminator. What version are we getting? Are we getting the Arnold in the game? That'd be a sight to see. Now the next is Spawn. That seems to be, again, it makes sense going back to the days of Mortal Kombat 9 2011 forward. You know, Mortal Kombat 9, Injustice 1, Mortal Kombat X, Injustice 2. Now it's MK11. We had Todd McFarlane a couple months ago also mention how Spawn was on his way to the MK11 roster. So all the teasers over the years, all the hype for it. Is it finally happening? If it's not this game, it'll never happen. I think so. Again, this makes sense. And lastly, Ash from The Evil Dead, another character, surprisingly going even way back, was also in demand alongside Spawn. Now, it kind of died down, I feel, in recent years. But, you know, for a while, Ash was a leading candidate for a quote-unquote horror guest character. I'd be cool with that. I think he fits right in. His comedy, his one-liners, everything about Ash, I think, is what embodies Mortal Kombat. So I'm okay with that as well. So that's going to be potentially the entire DLC roster currently for MK11. Now, I know what you're saying, Dynasty. That's a total of 9 characters. I thought the Combat Pack DLC only had 6. I know. That's what I thought too. So what I'm thinking this might be is maybe like some of these characters are for the first combat pack, some of these are for the second combat pack. That would kind of make some sense. And I know what you're thinking, you're like, Dynasty, okay, I get it. This was apparently in the Switch files. How do we know this is real? Well, several people have gone out and tried this, and sure enough, it's legit. Even to the point where this was found. Yeah. Of course, you guys know inside MK11 you can turn on text dialogue captions, and all of the dialogue for these DLC characters were also found in the files. You're looking at Spawn and Ash and a few others. So, yeah. It's crazy. All of this is really crazy, and initially I was thinking this might be a swerve that NetherRealm Studios is doing, because even going back to like Injustice 2, they had code names for like Scooby-Doo. You know what I mean? Like really crazy code names inside the PC files, because they knew people were going to go in there and try their best to like find stuff. But I don't know, the fact that there's even intro dialogue written in here for a bunch of other characters, that's a tough one, man. That's making me feel like this is even more and more legit than I initially thought it was. So again, take it for what you will, but there is a gigantic list of intro dialogues apparently found in these files on the Switch as well. So that brings the question, is this real? Is this fake? Like I mentioned, things have been kind of quiet the last couple of days. This went on probably Friday night, Saturday morning, and nothing much has been talked about since. I know people have actually found like assets for Cyrax and Sector as well. So there's a lot going on in the files of MK11. But like I mentioned, going back to Injustice 2, just because something is found in the game's files doesn't mean it's legit. And then again, it's like going back to MKX. All the latter ending dialogue was also found alongside all the DLC characters. So it's up in the air. I think the clear like indicator this, you know, probably is real is the fact that this was a port not done by NetherRealm Studios. This was outsourced to another company. So obviously NetherRealm Studios would keep this on lock. People who were doing a port probably were like, oh, it's the Switch version. Who cares about this? Like, they were tasked to make the game run on the Switch, not keep files hidden, you get me? So, I'm pretty sure security was not as tight as it would have been if NetherRealm Studios was handling the Switch ports. So, again, I want to say it's real, but part of me is like, man, I don't know. They just can't catch a break. Going back to the Steam DB leaks, going back to the email leaks with Ronda Rousey, it's just been a wild ride for MK11. I just hope this is fake. I want to be surprised, but again, we'll have to wait and see. Who knows when the Combat Pack is going to get revealed. There's been no update whatsoever on when that's going to be. Probably out of nowhere, just randomly. So yeah, nothing really to work with. But guys, that is all I got for y'all today. So I bring you the question, what do you think of this? Do you think this is a real leak? Do you think that Shang Tsung will be joined alongside Joker, Nightwolf, Terminator, Sindel, Spawn, Ash, Fujin, and Shiva? Let me know, of course, if you enjoyed the video. Please take 1 second, drop a like on it, subscribe for some more MK11 content. Until next time, I've been your host, I've been Dynasty. You guys, please take care, please stay safe. See you guys later. Peace.
Let's break it down. It all started in 92, dressed in all blue with some of the best fighting moves. I was also born in 92. Oh shit. Dynasty, pay attention to where I go with this. I didn't die in the events of the first game. That's the only difference. Here to hang like a rope chain. John Tobias, Ed Boon, y'all fucking amazing. Y'all not human when it come down to being